What is up, guys? Nerdy Librarian here once again, and behind me you might hear the rumbling sounds of a warden. Oh, in front of me. Excuse me, not behind me. He's right here. Look at him. All his menacing glory. Well, you know what? This is part 2 of this showcase of Update 1.9, aka the Wild Update. And the last part, I said I was going to show you guys a mangrove biome. Wow, if I can talk, I'm combining my words all over the place. I'm going to show you guys a mangrove biome and the deep dark with an ancient city. So, let's start with the mangrove biome. So, I know, I'm using commands and that sort of thing in creative mode. I realize that's less than a thrilling way to do this, but I swear it'll be worth it. Okay, so 193, 70, and negative 204. Hold up. Only 303 blocks away. Negative 204. Let's see here. We have to go this way, and it was 193. Okay. Okay, so we're heading in the correct general direction, so I'm going to take the console menu off of there. We are going to a mangrove swamp, and you know what? While I'm in the menu here, why not just make it day? You know, make it a lot easier to see what we're doing. I believe, yeah, here we are. Let's drop down by the outskirts here. This dense bit here, it kind of looks like a jungle, but it's not. This is what's called a mangrove swamp. As you can see, we've got stuff right here. What is this? Well, while I'm in creative mode, it's not going to let me pick it up. So let's switch over to survival here, just briefly. Dig it up. What have we got here? Mud. This is something that I mentioned in the last part that I did for this, is that you can now build with mud. There are mud blocks, which you can find in mangrove biomes, along with a lot of those other things that I showed you. Let's see here. As we go in here, you can kind of see the mangrove trees and their roots, and oh look, we found a frog already. Look at it. Yeah, and you see how its mouth just it just expands outward. It's great. You can see the moss here. Oh, this is so good already. Yeah, so running through here a little bit. Once again, a lot more mud. It's kind of a neat place to go to. And then you notice this. I don't think I showcased this. This is a mangrove propagule, aka I believe this is like a mangrove. Is this like a mangrove sapling, or is it? No. It's what grows on. Well, it might. This might be like a mangrove sapling, unless the sapling is its own thing, which it could entirely be. But let's look up bone meal here and see what we can do with this. I'm curious. I want to satisfy my own curiosity. Yep. Okay. Yes, it is a mangrove sapling. So that solves that mystery. Yeah. So this is what a mangrove biome looks like. It's a really cool place. I can imagine some really interesting tree houses that people can make with this stuff. And we're out of it already. I think they're a little more rare. Well, not rare, but just kind of uncommon compared to normal swamps. But Yeah, and you'll also notice here that I don't think this is a very large mangrove biome either. It's just sort of here. It's kind of in the middle of everything, and then there's a village right next door, so that's kind of cool. But now we're going to get into the real treat of this episode. Now that we've been to the mangrove biome, now we've seen the sights here, well, it's time to go where daylight doesn't reach. I'm, of course, talking about the deep dark, the ancient city, so I can show you the wonders that are there. And I can show you what a shrieker is supposed to do, which will be terrifying, let me tell you. So, of course, once again, we're going to go in here to locate. This time I'm going to hit structure, because this will make it easier to find. Yeah, Minecraft Ancient City. It's roughly 1,443 blocks away. It's at 1,296, negative 1,296. So let me pull this menu back up here. We need to be going in the positive X direction and the negative Z direction. Which will be roughly this direction. So we're just going to fly for a little bit and see what we can find below. Just watch the sights as they pass by. You know, when people talk about a real overhead view... Okay, I have to stop flying for a little bit because we hit another mangrove biome, and this time it's actually a mangrove swamp that's in water. This is so cool. It kind of reminds me of it. I really like the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Well, at least the first three movies and the fifth movie. I'm not so sure about on Stranger Tides, but it's in the series, so let's not discount it. But this kind of reminds me of when they're going to see Tia Dalma, the who turns out to be Calypso in that series and whatever. Sorry, spoilers. But the movies, those movies are how old now? I mean, come on. If you haven't seen them yet, I'm really sorry for the spoiler. But her hut is kind of in what I would imagine is kind of like this, kind of like a mangrove biome. It's kind of cool. So just kind of develop. Well, wouldn't you know it, there's a witch's hut over there. Of course. I say that, and then... Oh, the irony is figuratively killing me. Anyways, let's continue our flight. This is your captain speaking. We are now above the ocean. All you can see is water below you. We will be over this for roughly a lot more blocks. Let me bring my menu back up here. Right, 1296 and negative 1296. Yeah, I was going really far in the Z direction, so let's switch this back here. This would be really interesting if this one... Oops, don't try to hit W while the menu is up. 1296. Yeah, we were really going in the Z direction here. It would have been interesting if the ancient city were underwater, which that's still a possibility. It's not looking like as much of a possibility here, but it's fine. And I don't want to dig straight down to it. I want to give the experience of going through caves to get there. I mean, granted, we're going to do that in creative mode here, but let's find a nearby cave that is likely to go there. Here, this one. This is a good candidate for this. Now, you know what I kind of wish they had in Minecraft? I kind of wish they had something, a mechanic where, I mean, say you wanted to have some light with you, if you put not a torch. A torch would be too easy. But if you put something like, say, a lantern in your offhand, so in your left hand, I kind of wish it would be like a map and give you light as you're walking. You know, kind of like what I've seen in Elden Ring, where there's a lantern that you can get, and you really want to get, especially if you're going to be going places, that you can just have in your pocket, and it'll do exactly what I described. But oh my goodness, this chasm just drops, and if you look below me, you can just make out some of these structures that are part of the ancient city. This is a really cool cave, to be honest. I've noticed that the wild update has added some just insane caves to this. You also notice there's some diamond here. You'll find diamond ore in ancient cities. Like, you're down low enough, it's bound to happen. But yeah, the ancient city. It is the largest structure in Minecraft. Why don't we get down there? Ah, yes. This is a skulk sensor. When you are not sneaking around, it will detect you and make a sound. I can't do this. I can't do the sound very well. Also, I really like the Skyrim reference. As a big Skyrim buff, sneak level 100, man. You gotta love it. But then, yep, you can see the skulk that's around here on this structure that we're on. We're kind of on a walkway. I'm just gonna light the area up a little bit. And as you can see, there are other things like bats that'll set off those sensors. What I will say is, down this low, the only enemy mob that will spawn is the warden. So I want to give you an experience here of what it's like. Now, what I didn't realize here is we actually flew down to the central structure of this place. It kind of looks like a warden head, right? Don't know if they're going to be actually making this into a portal or not in the future, but let's see. I believe there's a block type, whether it's in, yeah, okay. Reinforced deep slate. They added reinforced deep slate. They had deep slate stuff before, but you can see the frame of this is made with the reinforced stuff. And I feel like, well, at least from what I've seen, it would, other people going through ancient cities and that sort of thing, they've commented that, you know, it's very likely something like this could end up as a portal that takes you to a place where you have to fight the warden once and for all. A boss battle, if you will. Take you to another realm. Which I think that'd be really cool. And that'd be a stealth battle. But, you know, speaking of stealth battles, this is gonna be a special level of stupid on my part. I'm going to intentionally spawn a warden down here. So there's the Shrieker. I did promise we were going to get these things to work correctly, right? You stand up and move. It shrieks. Wait for it. Yeah. Your screen goes dark. Yeah. Oh, that's terrifying. Also, when the warden spawns, you have 6 seconds to run away. The warden physically climbs up out of the skull. It just sort of, it manifests. It's terrifying. But, well, I'm building this suspense by just talking about it in the dark. I'm sorry if you're afraid of the dark watching this, but shriek number 2. when all you can really see is candlelight, and you just see your vision going in and out, just darkness, light, and it's terrifying. But now, the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time to be hunted. Now, it should have spawned somewhere behind me. I'm now in sneak mode. Oh, I can hear him sniffing. I can hear the warden sniffing. Oh, I think that made noise by breaking that. Ooh, yes. Okay, we've wandered into the Redstone Contraption Museum. Or what Redstone Construct. So as you can see, it has all of the different redstone circuits that are in here. This is something I was meaning to talk about, and I just sort of accidentally stumbled into it. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Accidentally? What's this one? Okay, I see a bullseye there with a piston and a redstone block. Oh, that gives me ideas. Ooh, with a light right there. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, I think the warden's gone away by now. But you sort of get the idea of the strategy that you have to undertake to get away from him. When you spawn a warden, run as fast as you can for those first 6 seconds, then crouch and remain crouched. And you'll also notice I'm walking on carpet. I'm walking on carpet. Whoa! Sorry, I had to throw that musical bit in there. Yeah, so I'm walking on carpet here. This is something that you'll find in ancient cities as well. And this is very helpful because you can walk normally on carpet and not make a lot of noise, rather than having to sneak. So use that to your advantage. But now we're back out here in the ancient city. So why don't we fly around here a little bit? You'll notice there are a lot of soul lanterns and that sort of thing, which makes a lot of sense. And wow, there's a geode right here too. Awesome. You know, I have something in my build world that I want to show you because I encountered something like this in a very interesting place. So, be looking for that video at some point. Which, don't worry, it's not going to be... Oh, okay, now we're in creative mode, you can actually see this happen. Where'd he spawn at? Oh, okay. Gotta sneeze. Oh, where is he? I hear him. I don't... Oh! He spawned down the geode. And something I didn't even realize, there's actually 2 geodes right next to each other. This thing I've been circling here, yeah, it's a secondary geode right next to another one, which is down here. That's awesome. I've never seen geodes that are that close together in Minecraft before. But yeah, that's the warden spawning. But you know, last time I talked about loot that you can find. So what you want to do, well, more stealthily than that, you want to break shriekers as you go along. Now you'll notice that there are multiple shriekers in the same place, so you have to be very careful. You are going to end up spawning wardens. You want to break these skulk sensors as you go as well. But what can you find in these chests? Well, you can find some amethyst shards, bones potentially, echo shards. Now this is something I have to look up, I believe, and well, it actually flashed on the screen there, so it brought up a recipe. Let me see if I can find this. I don't know. It's not going to be redstone, although they do put skulk sensors in redstone, which this is something that I forgot to show in part 1 of this. So that's where that's buried. Still not exactly sure how that pertains to redstone, unless it's like a motion sensor. So rather than having to have a tripwire, you just have that, and it activates a redstone circuit, which that's pretty amazing. I have some ideas for that if that's the case. But I want to see if I can find what it showed. Okay, echo shards are in here. Also, there are goat horns. There are goats now in Minecraft, which I forgot to show that off in part 1, so we can get around to it here. And there are disc fragments. You find all of the disc fragments. And there is... oh, there's one disc of music that you can make with those, I believe. Not Pigstep, because that's the nether one. I want to say it's Samuel Aperche 5, I think, that you make by finding all of those. Let's see if we can find it in a different chest. But then you can find Skulk, Potions of Regeneration, Enchanted Books, Smite 5, my goodness. Yeah, you find some really good stuff down here. Let's see here. Compass? There it is. Recovery compass. So, what a recovery compass does, I believe, is... I want to say it'll point you to your last location of death. Although, I'm not sure how that works if you die with it on your inventory. I haven't had a chance to test that, because I haven't had a lot of chance to be able to play this game. But, yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to try that out for yourself, go right ahead. Okay, yeah, let's fly around here and look for another chest. You'll find chest locations all around. Fire protection 4, curse of binding, looting 2, fire protection. Yeah, so that chest had some decent stuff. Decent, but not what I would say is what you absolutely want or what we're looking for in terms of loot. Because I'm looking for that one music disc or disc fragments for it. Let's see. Oh, which buildings have chests? Which ones have chests? It's so hard to figure out where you're going. Okay, one like this will have 1, 2, 3. It has a lot of triggers, and there's the warp. But we're in creative mode, so it's fine. Let's search these chests. Music disc 13. That's just like a normal music disc, and an enchanted golden apple. Yeah, you can find those down here. That's how you know you are in a very high tier place. Still not finding what I'm looking for loot-wise, though, that I want to show you. Good news is we have one of these locations here that is a lot like that last one. Oh, 2 disc fragments. Okay, 5 is the one. It is the one. And then, if you want to see something broken, try having a hoe with you to be able to dig through that skulk with efficiency and mending and see what happens. You will gain so many levels so quickly, it's not even funny. trust me, I saw that on a video playthrough of this new update, and it was insane. I want to say they went from level 0 to like level 25 in maybe 2 to 3 minutes tops. It was ridiculous. But yeah, this is what you have to look forward to with an ancient city. Oh, is this one we've searched already? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's one we've searched. Yeah, you can see how immense this place is, how massive it is. It just sprawls as far as the eye can see. And then, like I said, I do want to show you guys goats, because they did add that, and I forgot to. And I forgot to include that in part 1, so we are going to Superman our way back up to the surface here. Which is going to take a while, because we were in the deep dark. And if we were underneath mountains, it's going to take even longer. Well, I hear zombies. That's a good sign. Dirt. Okay. Yeah. Look at the size, or look how deep this goes. You can't even see the bottom of that. And I've got pretty good render distance on this, so that's pretty ridiculous. There's another village over there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, let's show you those goats, and then we can wrap this one up here. Let's see here. Goat spawn egg. Heyo. There's a goat. Yeah. Now, if it was anything like my Skyrim game is right now, I picked up a mod around April Fool's Day, a couple of years ago. Fainting Goats mod. It is by far the derpiest and the funniest mod I have for that game. And now, goats are in Minecraft. Think of the possibilities. Well, on that note, I am going to end this one here. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't really have a planned schedule on what I am planning on putting out videos-wise. So, you know, I made a video announcement for YouTube that should have been on the channel. I want to say September 3rd, something like that. Go back and reference that. I put in the description a list of games that I have that I could potentially record videos for and that sort of thing. You know, playthroughs and just have some fun with. So make sure you stop by, check that out, make some comments. I will do my best to get back to you on those as long as I can understand what they're saying. I got a comment recently that I have no idea what it means. So that happens. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.